Welcome to All the Details, where I'll give you all the details about what's going on in the 813 and shine a spotlight on those that help make it so special. And no, Tom Brady's not here. I'm your host, Deanna Lampasona. Today I'm going to be talking about my own favorite cohesive, music. Now, it's no secret that Florida's popping out some of the hottest names in hip-hop. From Kodak Black to Trippie Redd, new studies are showing that Florida's production of popular rappers is being compared to California, New York, and Atlanta. But right here in Tampa, we have our own unique hip-hop scene, and lately it's not only growing, but actually making history. From hip-hop legend Nas headlining the Gasparilla Music Festival, to local hip-hop shows popping up in the most unexpected areas of town, it's getting more and more apparent that Tampa is teeming with talent. And no better to speak to that than the man with an ear and a knack for talent, local music producer Sean Callahan, also known as 2SC Music. Thanks for joining me, Sean.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So I was just at your album release party this weekend. You just released this album and it's called Masterpiece.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it's all started with my good friend with the teaching, and he was speaking on pretty much just a person being a masterpiece, and knowing that you're unique and wonderfully made. So just embodying that, I wanted to just share to the world that what that means through music. So yeah.
That is awesome. And what has that overall experience been like for you? I mean, it's had to have been exciting.
Oh yeah, like people just been speaking positive about it and just saying how inspired, inspired they are, and so yeah, it's been really good.
So now we got to talking this weekend, and what really stuck out to me was that there are absolutely no cuss words in this album. Tell me a little bit about that. Why is that?
Oh, so it all started with, just me with the vision of just making sure that my daughter can listen to the music and recite every single thing, because I'm big on legacy. So I just want to share with the artists that, they don't have to curse, and to create good music. So and I just share with them this, like, I want my daughter to hear this thing. And at the show, she was just literally back there just singing all the songs. So the fact that, with no cursing, that's the whole reason why behind I shared that. And just to share good music without that, I don't think it's necessary. But, that's just me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I did see a lot of kids out there, and I saw your daughter, and she did know every word.
Yes.
I was rooting her on.
Yeah.
So it's awesome because it seems like you're really all for kids in a way, and I really like that. And to speak a little bit further on that, I know that some of the proceeds from this album release party went to a charity that actually benefits kids. So tell me about that.
Yes, with Titus O'Neill, the Bullet Family Foundation, he's big on the youth and targeting the inner city kids to give them exposure and just a better way, to show them that a better way of life. So I teamed up with them because my heart is for the youth, because I'm big on legacy, like I shared before. So what thing I can do to help further that mission, that's what I'm about.
It's great that you're doing so much within the community, but I know you're doing a little bit outside the community too, because a little birdie told me that you just scored a movie and that you might be bagging another one.
Yes,
so
yes.
You don't need to spill the beans on all of it,
Okay.
but you got to tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, cool. First, Miss Renee Womack, she's with Renee Womack Productions. She had a documentary movie called Because of Sam. And it's bringing awareness to Down syndrome and kids with Down syndrome. And my son actually diagnosed with Down syndrome. So, that connected with me on a personal level. So she asked me through another friend to produce and score her movie. And I know the movie was just phenomenal. And so, this is my first time actually doing that. And it was moving for me. So I was privileged to just be able to just pour my heart into the movie. So, and then I got my friend from Atlanta, actually about to get his movie scored, his movie placed. So I have to be quiet on that. But when it comes out, you guys will know. You will know.
Well, congratulations.
Yes.
It seems like you're doing extremely well
Yes.
for yourself. And now with that success, I know that sometimes life throws oddballs at you. Have you had any doubts or struggles that maybe you could share that for somebody else that might be experiencing the same?
Every single day, I have like doubts and this thinking about, what if I don't make it? What do people would think? My music is different. Would they accept my music? And I would just say, man, just believe in yourself and just do what you feel that is right. I would say, I don't want to grow old, or you don't want to grow old and say, I wish I have done this. So you got one life to live. So just make sure that you follow your heart and just go for it all the way 100%, because you just don't want to look back and say, oh man, I wish I'd have done this, because time don't wait on anybody, and time is too precious. You never know when. So just making sure that.
Well, I am so excited for you. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And where can we find your album?
Oh, it's on all digital platforms. So your iTunes, Tidal, Spotify. You can just look anywhere, digital platforms, and you can just find Masterpiece 2SE and go check it out. Yeah.
That is awesome. I cannot wait.
Yes.
So you can stream, like he said, Masterpiece on Apple Music and Spotify now, and you can hear all of these great local artists. And speaking of local talented artists, coming up next, you've seen him on our Ybor City stages, and now he is right here. Sintell Terry is in the house, and you better catch all the details when we come back. Welcome back to All the Details. There surely are plenty ahead. From Cuban cigars to Cuban sandwiches, Ybor City is overflowing with Tampa culture, and it doesn't stop when it comes to music. If you've been to Ybor City lately, you've probably seen him, and if you're lucky, at least heard him. I've got local rapper Sintell Terry with me. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So being a local artist has to be a little bit difficult. You have to go to local venues and meet different people and connect with a lot of different local people. How has that experience been like for you?
A lot of the places that in Tampa, they're super receptive. The owners to the people curating the parties or event promoters, I would say those people make the experience just a lot easier and just more seamless, and just it's a pleasant experience. Like for an artist, just being able to express yourself and go out there and just do exactly what you want to do and like pursue your passion. Like people that understand that and then want you to succeed, like they really make everything just pleasant, because they're letting you do that in front of fans and anybody that's willing to listen.
For sure. I know for me, with my passion obviously being journalism, I'm kind of willing to do just whatever to be able to get the job done and to enjoy myself while doing it. Would you consider rap your passion?
Definitely. Like this, every time I think about what I want to do in the future, rap is always at the forefront. So like whether I'm going to sleep at night, whether I'm daydreaming, it's always about making music or how I can get better, what I can express different, and just the journey it takes me on.
So I met you, let's see, about a year ago at a local performance. I think it was at Drip in Ybor.
Yes.
And we had the greatest conversation about how you developed this love for rap. So tell me a little bit about that. Where did this all start?
Okay, so I would say it all started when I was a kid, and my mother and father, like, they're big on music. Like my mom, she started out listening to like rock and roll, and she just slowly just ventured off into rap, because back then, like early 80s, like it was almost like a rebellious thing. They didn't really understand it. But she would always like call up radio stations, try to win tickets, like sneak off, like lie to her parents and stuff, tell her that she was going to her friend's house, like really she's going to a Salt and Pepper show or something like that. And then my father, he just like loved rap music, like from DMX, Snoop Dogg, like just any artist that like came out with a CD on a Tuesday, that man was at Sam Goody's or like any type of store to get it. Like every single Tuesday, that was his thing. So when I was a kid, every time I'd go to school or anytime I would see my dad and he'd just get in the car, he'd always have a new CD. And then he had an employee that worked with him, and would always give him all the new tunes. Like he would just just give him CDs of just any type new music, and he'd always listen to it no matter what. If it was somebody he knew about, somebody he didn't know about, he just always listened to new music. And he was one of those people, if someone came up to him on the street and they tried to sell him a CD, like he would buy a CD. He would just go buy a CD and then just listen to it, be like, hey, this guy's from Pittsburgh, he just sold me a CD for $5. So I was just always listening to rap music, and it's just always something I gravitated to, and I always thought it was just real expressive, and it just sounded cool to me. It just fly to me. It's just always like, it just grasped me so much. Because it's, in a sense, it's a lot of people that rap, they don't have I would say they don't have like formal education. So it's like the way someone writes a book or a story, that's what they're doing essentially with a song. It's like a short story.
I mean, I write poetry, but I don't got the voice to sing it. I'm no Janae Aiko.
Yeah.
I wish I was.
We
So
all do.
to speak a little bit more about your journey as a local artist, how many venues would you say that you perform at every year?
I'd say at least 6 or 7. I know I've performed at Drip a lot, Rock Brothers Brewery, First Chance, Last Chance, Lowry Parkade. I know there's a couple other ones I'm missing, but just any place I could get a show, I'm willing to go, drive there, just get to it.
That is awesome. You've got the drive for it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what would you say to other local talented artists that may be afraid to reach out to local venues or to perform publicly?
I would say everybody's frightened to start. Like there's nobody that starts rapping or starts just public speaking. Like public speaking is a fear for a lot of people. So I would say you just have to get over it. You have to realize and internalize, like really dig deep down and tell yourself, if this is really what I want to do, then this is what I have to do. And I don't think it ever gets easier. I've performed countless times, and like it's never, not one time have I ever performed and I was like, oh, okay, this is a breeze.
The butterflies aren't there.
It's always like, no matter what, I've done shows and there'll be 50 people there, and I've done shows where there's 3 people there. No matter what, I'm always nervous.
I can't blame you. I know I would be.
Yeah.
So what can we expect from you anytime soon? Do you have any new shows that you're aiming toward? Do you have anything dropping anytime soon?
So I took a step back from doing shows so I could focus on putting out new music. So in the near future, a couple weeks, aiming like mid-November, I'm dropping a 4-song EP. Don't have a title yet, but it's definitely is coming out mid-November.
Oh, I cannot wait already. I've got new music to get
Appreciate
ready
it.
to every morning. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you for having me.
And you can follow Sintell on Instagram at Sintell_Terry to stay up to date on his upcoming shows and his music. And stick around and get all the details next week when we speak to some of Tampa's best names in fashion. If you like lace and sequin even half as much as I do, then this is one you're not going to want to miss. We'll see you then.